G'day, today we're going to have a look at the weekly challenge in Mini Motorways. Now, I've been told that if we just jump and have a look at the stats here, you can see that the top scores here are ridiculous. And it's been mentioned to me that they nerfed this level partway through but didn't reset the stats. So if you play this really early in the week, apparently you could just blow up the scoreboard. But now they have made it significantly more difficult. So we've got no destinations become circles. Only one choice of upgrade is offered. All weekly choices are upgraded. So let's see how we go. And if those high scores are as much a dream as they are. That's what I do like the trains having lights on too. That's very cool. Yeah, I did expect that we were going to see some blue in there. It does seem like the train station colors don't change. Like they're always the same ones. So we'll probably see 2 more stations in total if we survive long enough. And they will be the other 2 colors. That's sort of as far as possible, I suppose, to get over, like to cover the distance they have to get up there. So that's double everything. Not only do we get double the bridges, we also get double the road. So I guess luck is going to affect this one as well. What fascinates me as well about, I guess, this being the London map and so the new or the miniversary maps, is that in one of the announcements for the miniversary, they mentioned how the company's like Dinosaur Polo Club has gone from sort of like just its simple beginnings to now having a team of 30. What does my head in with that is that they have released 2 games in, since this is the miniversary, 10 years. And this game cost me $10. Like, either it just really opens your eyes to the amount of games that you can sell. I mean, I suppose it is on like all consoles and everything. So like, and it clearly is like an enjoyable casual game to play. It just fascinates me in the like that potential, like how, like I don't know, realize that there are games that are just made by one guy doing something. Now this game definitely has marketing involved with it as well, and I would imagine there's a certain sort of push that you can do that would allow you to get sort of more money because you, let me finish the thought. You get more money because sort of you market the game correctly. You have people talking to the right outlets to organize things, like having a presence on Switch and whatnot. But either way, it's still incredibly impressive. This is the most overloaded section I feel like I've ever had. This particular build right here. Do really need to get these other yellow houses out. Well, I suppose that now this is their life now. Oh goody. Army of traffic lights. It certainly, I think they did make mention that they are working on other games, so I'm absolutely eager to see what else Dinosaur Polo Club comes out with. I would be willing to say that it's a day 1 release purchase for me, no matter what their next game is. There are probably some companies that have that for me. I mean, it's so rare that these guys release games that I would happily say that that's a Dinosaur Polo Club have that. Annapurna is another one that I respect. I mean, they sort of have a lot more games nowadays, so there's a little bit of hit and miss, but knowing a game was made by Annapurna definitely makes it more interesting. There's a Blade Runner game coming out, and I was like, oh yeah, it could be good. And then it was by Annapurna. It was like, all right, well, what do we say? What's Leonardo DiCaprio say? You had my interest. Now you have my attention. Paradox used to be that way too. A lot of Paradox games I would buy. I think Rockstar probably still has that too. That not necessarily day of release, but usually I'll end up owning any game that Rockstar makes. This is an absolute mess of a layout that I have going on here. I would say in part because we're not getting any circular destinations. We've got all these lowball guys just sort of chugging away. I guess when we do get motorways, we get 2 of them, so that's an added bonus. I also think that because we get 2, it actually means that we can get potentially 20 motorways. Can't imagine it's going to come to that, but I can dream. Someone like these purples, pinks that we have in the top left-hand corner, supplying to the guy in the bottom right-hand corner. Top left-hand corner to the bottom right-hand corner. That's a guy that is certainly going to need a motorway. But at the moment, because nothing is struggling, I won't start to make those moves. Because potentially it will just be that we get a population of pink houses closer to that guy. We'll just wait it out. And never going to run out of bridges on this one, I can say with confidence. Double destinations probably won't end up being too much of a problem. The one thing that can interestingly become an issue with a level where you can't get circles is that there's actually less room for error in how many like deliveries can be sitting waiting at a destination, because it's only 6 until it starts sort of like overloading. You can definitely get some trouble. We do have yellow and green sharing that line at the top too. That's something we need to address. Though I think that we've hit the extent of the map. We probably aren't going to see any more. Sort of like, we're not going to go any higher so I can cut them out. But even then it doesn't work because both houses are on the inside, so I can't sort of like, if I move that up, I would still need green and yellow to cross at some point. It just means that one of them's going to have to get a highway at some point. Certainly getting plenty of supply of greenhouses. It's nice to have twice as many motorways each time. I feel like a level without circular destinations is also a really low thrills sort of experience. Like, at least at this stage, nothing seems in danger, nothing sort of really seems to be happening much at all. Actually, let's turn this guy back around this green, and we'll just add an outlet so that any one of those guys can just go help at the moment that the train drops off, guys. Yeah, that central pink on the south side of the river, I think he's certainly the most compelling case for a motorway. But again, he's still fine at the moment. Yellow at the top probably as well. I mean, we've got a ridiculous amount of road tiles, so we can also just like run this one guy up. Them to help out. Now, if anything, now that there's 3 of them there, they could become the primary road. And we could actually separate out those guys. So let's do that. Let's kill that. That. So let's start to spend some motorways, I think. Well, good. That sort of rolls into the one I was about to do. So, firstly, I reckon these guys here. I'm going to kill all of that. Get a motorway from there to here. Yeah, that's fine. Out of here. That also means that these guys can cut straight down that way. Their ride becomes a bit shorter. Then it also means that this guy, we can, we'll go the back 2 guys, just because it's, because the 2 guys on this side can't actually turn around to face a, like a bridge. So it's actually a bit trickier. They'd have to sort of go up and then come back around to get the bridge. So we'll just give it to those 2 guys at the back. See how this yellow on the top right hand side goes with just 2 houses. Also got this yellow house here. He could also be one of the connections for this guy. Bottom right hand house. Let's connect these 2 greens on the right-hand side up into that motorway as well. And then we'll just connect both of those greens in the middle together. And we'll just let them sort of share. Surprisingly, orange is struggling a little bit here. Let's just do a pointlessly long road. See if we can help them out. Now, hopefully I haven't made this, like, this isn't too far that these guys are going to have a problem here. It's going to be real tight. They're at least going to just sort of punch out. It's real quick to hopefully punch this out. There they go, they're finally winning against it. Now I do have 3 motorways, so there was a more logical way of going about that. But I think long term now, what we should hopefully see is these guys just come as they're needed. It's going to potentially space them out a little bit more, like what we're seeing here. But what we really want to see is guys staying at home in these 4 houses on the top left, which they aren't. Says to me that maybe we do need to make this a motorway, because they are on permanent call. So let's get them there as fast as we can. Okay, now understandable that guy isn't too happy about only having 1 house. Alright, we've also got this guy now equally unhappy. So let's think about what our best connection option is here. Guy's got 2 people. I'm going to turn that guy around to give him a 3rd. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move that to here. Because I've got the extra motorways that will just jump straight away. Turn that guy around as well. This one car, I'm going to move him to there. I'm going to run this guy, this group of guys straight down this way. Try and split the workload here. Put that connection in there too, so that maybe these guys will go around the underside to help out. So we're not seeing the help we need. Second call, there we go. Now this guy over here is also panicking. This blue here is only running off 2 houses. They're also doing the duties of the train line. So let's take these 5 houses. And we will bump them to here. That guy over there is as bad a situation though. So let's take these 2 guys and we'll turn them around. No, can't skip across there because it's the train line. Let's turn them back in there. Let's get rid of that. And let's just cut them across there. Sudden surge of orange everywhere. Really, these 3 orange guys should be who are looking after this house here. Let's put that there and then bounce those guys north. Another orange. Okay, so this orange, these 3 guys will also help out with him because they're on that same shared line. Let's cut those guys off and put them on that line too. This blue guy here is still in a disaster mode. All of these blues are being used, so they're not going to be any help up here. But this one blue guy there that's just blocked in too, so I don't think there's anything we can do. I think this is a real bummer of a level. I mean, those scores that are ridiculous, I don't, like... I feel like that would have taken a really long time without any circle destinations. That was only 1500, but that felt like a long time. Stats-wise, like I said, we're probably going to do pretty ordinary because of the change in the rules, but without the update of the score, the refresh of the scoreboard. So, no shame in that one. Any questions or comments, feel free to check them below. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.